Okay. So when you get to Clubhouse, you're going to see this first screen. Well, that's on your phone. It's only on iPhones right now. So it's this little icon. And then this screen here is what happens when you open it up. There are four icons on the top. The first one tells you how many invites you have. Really quickly when you join, you get invites. I have 3 invites available right now. Actually, 2 clients took invites this week. So if anyone wants them after this, let me know and I'll give them to you. And what will happen is I'm pointing with my finger like you can see that. So when you see this invite button, icon, you can click on it, and then you'll get here. You have 3 invites, and these are potential people you could invite because I stupidly hooked up my email to Clubhouse, so it knows everyone who's not invited. The second icon is a calendar, and that brings you to this window, which is what's coming up for you. So this is the one that we'll drop in on, which is Chris Doe's latest talk. He's really embraced this quite a bit. The third thing that will come up here is activity. And activity basically shows people that you are connected to and where they are on the app. And, if they're having an event. The last thing is you. And so very similar to Instagram, you have a bio with your followers, who you're following. You can put pretty much as much text as you want. I have about Russo Graphics and then the little creative accountability cheerleader at Creatives Roundtable and then my other stuff. And you can add your Instagram, but I did not add mine. And then it tells you who nominated you. And then when you're on this page, you then go into a room. And when you go into a room, you have these people are the people who are leading the room. These people are also speaking, the next group. And then it says really light down here, others in the room. And there could be hundreds of people on someone's room. So you get in, you're automatically on mute. If you leave, you click the leave quietly button. If you want to message someone, you click this little plus sign. And if you want to get onto the stage, so to speak, you click the hand. You raise the hand and they recognize you or not. And then if you want to click on the following, who you're following, the top of who you're following are groups. So like the Future of Work, the Brand Fairy Engagement Group. I don't know. I chose some random groups to follow. And then down here are people that you're following. I believe Amy is right under Alexandra Vornley, whose real name is Alexandra Vornley von Hagenfels. So I'm just going to go on to the channel. And
Clubhouse moderator, there's nothing surprising about that. Clubhouse expert, Ann Lee and other people like myself probably is like, I'm not feeling that. But I was looking at this more as an idea. Like you're searching for an idea. Maybe you might be onto something. That might not be the execution of it, but please just keep in mind you had Ann Lee.
So it's a radio station, pretty much. You have all these different channels you can look at. And it's really, really simple. It's, you can hop in and out of rooms, see what the different people are talking about, and you can start a room yourself as well. So I had thought about maybe we do a Creatives Roundtable room, or for my other group, Fly Female Founders, we might do a room. And you can invite people, or people find you and then they see that you're there and they don't know who you are. And they can just jump in the room. Like Instagram and probably Facebook. No, I guess Facebook you have to give people permission to follow you. But like Instagram, they can just follow you. And that's pretty much the entire thing. So, anyone have any questions? Do you want me to put the graphic back up?
Anyone? What have you gotten out of it the most?
It's like Andy said, you're a voyeur. You know, you're listening into other people's conversations. Um, I did go on once. Elise actually sent me a message once to invite me to a room that she was in. And I ignored it because it was a Friday night and I don't do any work stuff on Friday nights. You know, I mean, that's was ridiculous to me. But she and Terry Trespicio were having a talk and I'm sure it was very interesting. What I've gotten out of it was just randomly listening to conversations that I was interested in. People are following people and getting connected with them. I'm sure if I started talks for the Creatives Roundtable, I would get more followers for the Creatives Roundtable. But as an individual graphic designer, I don't know that I would get much out of it.
I have a question.
Go for it.
So this is, you explained it like a radio, right? So
Yeah.
I love that because that gives me context. You know, I remember radios. So
Yes, you know.
yeah, who listens, right? But what happens? So all of this is live, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And if you miss it, then what? Can you see recordings or?
No. No.
No. So you have to be on whenever it's on. And then, you know, what happens during dead time? Or is it just that the next one, whoever is up?
It's all over
whoever's
the
live?
world. It's all over the world. So there are things going on at like 2 in the morning, 4 in the morning, because it's, you know, normal time for those people.
Got it.
So what is nice is that you can, when you see who your followers are, or you see what companies you follow, is you can see what they have upcoming and you can put it on your own calendar.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
I have a question just about, like, can you search by topic somewhere? Maybe in the search menu?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You
So
can.
like if, yeah, okay, I see it.
Damien, what do you mean by what's the etiquette for Clubhouse?
So when you join a group or you're listening into a group, I remember hearing from Terry, I'd gotten an invite and she had listed some things that were kind of, I would put under the topic of etiquette. So if you're listening in on a group, I guess people on the panel can pick you
Right.
or point you out or things like that. And there is specific etiquette with that. Have you,
So
has that happened to you yet?
I was in a room and I was asked to come to the stage because I knew the speaker. And I was really annoyed, but I did it. You know, I mean, I might be an extrovert in some things, but in something like that, I am a total introvert and I do not want to be on the stage. So you can decline by actually just not going on the stage. Or you can quietly leave the room. Yeah, exactly, Yamilka, exactly. Anyone else?
Uh,
Go ahead.
Question about kind of when you compare and contrast this with like a podcast, you know, what would that be? Like, obviously you can circle back with a podcast or, you know, a presentation like that. But so what are kind of the like, yeah, like a compare contrast for using it, you know, to talk about.
It's really not like a podcast. It's really like turning on the radio.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and you know, like when you're in the car, I assume most of you drive. I don't know. Emma, you're not, you drive when you're visiting your parents, but not in the city. You too, Nancy. You know, you change the stations. Okay, you probably press the buttons. My radio has the buttons. I'm thinking of the old time where we would actually twist the knob. But Christine and I are there. But but you just change this. You change the station and get onto a different channel. There's no going back to where you left off. If you change your Clubhouse room, you miss whatever you miss.
And just a quick thought, is there any expectation of how long you're going to be on, you know, if you're running one of those rooms? Is it like, do you get a time limit, you know, 15 minutes, half an hour, that sort of thing? Or
I think
talk forever?
You said it. You said it. I don't think you talk forever, but I think that they try to make them about half an hour to an hour. Clubhouse was launched in 2016. Yeah.
So I will say, just be cautious in the people you follow, because like I follow a lot of sustainability groups, and anyone, I think the difference is on radio, you actually have to like be hired to be there.
Right.
On Clubhouse, anyone can talk about anything about, and so you start hearing these things where you're like, everything they're saying is wrong. And you can't like have an argument at like so I have found it to be more useful when I recognize the speakers. A lot of influencers are using it to like bring on people. It can be like just be cautious and make sure you're following people. You're like, for example, having Terry
DCA.
like that's a great person to like. I bet that was a great thing to listen in on. So
Yeah, except I missed it. But I agree with you 100%. So I have a bunch of clients that are on here. Ed Gandy is on here. There are a lot of people in Elisa's group that are on. Heather Willems, who just spoke to our Creatives Roundtable last week. Doug Davis is on here. Jenny Carlson, who I believe, is she the one who wrote Profit First? I'm not sure. Tiffany Haddish, I mean, you know, humor's good. Crystal Reynolds is on here. Elise is on here. Seth Godin's on here. So, you know, it goes on and on. Look, here's Amy Gorick. Terry White, who's someone I follow on every channel for, he's an Adobe evangelist. He's an amazing photographer. So yeah, I mean, you really can look for who you are interested in seeing and hearing speak, and see when they're scheduled.
I have a quick question, follow up for the Nancys. Is there, along those lines of like, yeah, like anybody can be on, is there any way of like, you know how Twitter will have like the check mark of like, you've reached a certain status or you're verified or whatever? Is there any type of mechanism on that of like, you know, I guess like levels of like status on this platform? Or is it completely just anyone, everybody's on the same playing field?
At this point, everyone's on the same playing field, because Debbie Millman is on the same playing field as me, and you know that's just not the truth. So, anyone else? So the real question is, who wants my 3 invites? Yamilka.
I have a question. So I have all the computers are Apple, but we use Android or Samsung phones.
You can't be on it yet.
So it would just be the phone app, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you can use it on an iPad.
Oh, I do have an iPad. Okay.
Yeah, you can use it on an iPad. But yeah, it's they're working on it, from what I understand, on making it Android compatible.
Well, geez, it's been out since 2016. What are they waiting on? So I'll
It really didn't start becoming popular till
Paris Hilton got hold of it.
a couple of months ago. Is that what it is, Paris Hilton?
I think was a big, I mean, she's a pretty big influence. That would be my guess. I don't know that for sure. But
I was reading
yeah,
Elon Musk was the person who kind of like
that could be too.
Blew it up.
Nancy and Elon Musk are on the same level, right?
But of course.
They are. In my book, they are.
I joined late because I had a client call go over, but did you guys talk about timing at all?
You mean how long things last?
No, like what time's best to do rooms and things like that?
No, actually, I haven't done a room yet, but I think that pretty much if you invite people, they'll be able to come. And I would assume, I mean, from what I'm seeing, like people like Christo seem to always be on 2:00 Eastern time. So that works out for them. You know, it's 11 in the morning. He's on the West Coast. Damien will take my 3rd invite. And what will happen is once you guys are on there, very shortly, you'll be able to invite people. Very shortly. So, I mean, I was talking to a couple of clients and telling them how, like, I do a lot of work for the University of Oxford, and we're working on this one program, and I told them how it would really be great for their program to start getting some programming on it. So they joined so that they could check it out. And Yamilka, Joe could talk about, you know, all of his sketching for the NFL and for those football teams, you know.
I have have to think about, yeah, I have to, there's so much, I'm just always so scared. What do you say? You know, like, I'm
I
so
mean,
camera shy.
I think it's like a lot of things. You lurk in the background until you are comfortable. So, I mean, I'm thinking of doing a room. I will let you guys know if I do one, and I will expect a few of you to be there to support me. So that's the scoop. So Emma, I don't know, were you here when I had the PDF open?
No, I wasn't.
Okay, so I'll share it again for a minute, but I will also put both the PDF and the recording up in our Slack channel. So it basically talks about, this is what you see on your computer. You're welcome, Tara. This tells you who your invites are, and then if you connect it to your email, which I stupidly did, it has all of my friends who haven't joined. This says the little calendar is what's upcoming for you, and that says everything that's going on now, and then it hops to, once you get in a room, this is what you see. These are the people who are leading it. The second batch are other speakers. The third batch is are other people in the room, and then you can leave quietly, chat with someone else, or text with them, or raise your hand to get on board. This is like everything else. It's got an about you. You can connect your Instagram if you want. Interesting that you can't connect Facebook. Not that I'm a Facebook person, but and then you've got groups that you could follow or people you could follow. You've got the activity of people that you are already following, and that is the gist of this PDF. And I will, again, I'll put it in the Slack group. So I'm going to answer some of these questions that are in chat. Okay, goodbye, Nancy Rhodes. I think she already left. Goodbye, Nadine. Christine, are you still here? Yeah, you are. You were one of the people who raised your hand, so you're getting one of my invites. Yeah, I guess that's it. I'm giving an invite to Damien, Yamilka, and Christine. And
Christine, you're muted. I think Christine's trying to say something, but
are
she's
you
muted.
talking, Christine? No?
No, I wasn't. I was just doing thumbs up. Sorry, I'm in my car.
I thought I saw you talking. I wasn't sure.
So
I
are
was
you
talking to
listening?
myself,
Are
probably.
you listening to the radio?
No, I'm listening to your radio.
Radio Nancy, right? Yeah. So anything else?
It would be good to have recommendations, whoever you've heard,
Well, the thing is that it's just like when you're on Instagram and you like someone, you could see everyone that they follow. So you can go, like I saw, okay, Elise is now on it. She was on it after me. And I said, well, let me see who Elise is following. So I followed a bunch of her people. And, you just go back and find people you like and then start following them. Or you can go to me and you'll see everyone I'm following. Yeah, it's pretty easy.
I've done a couple rooms now, and it seems like the like late night, like after 8 p.m. is when like the big names, like celebrities and Elon Musk and people will join like random rooms. So I don't know if there's like different times, but yeah, it seems like 8 p.m. is like the time I've seen, like I'll be listening to a room while I make dinner or something like that. And like Pris Hilton was in one the other day, which not that he's like really that cool, but yeah, they seem to join at night.
That's good to know. So that's about it. And Amy said she has 5 invites also right now. So if you guys want an invite, do you have invites too, Andy?
So I was just actually thinking, I only have 2. So how do you get
more
invites?
Once
not that I want, I'm just curious how it works.
So once you've invited 2 people, then you'll get more invites.
And that's why they're up to 8 million in like the last few weeks, because they've opened it up and they're incentivizing you. If you invite more people, you get to invite more people.
Right, right. I mean, it's got apparently a really good valuation for going public. And I mean, do radio stations have valuation? I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me, but I'm old.
Now you said something earlier. You said something about the address book. I guess what did you do? You shouldn't do
when-
that, you said?
No, it'll ask you to connect your contacts on your phone.
Yeah.
Don't do that. That's like a total breach of privacy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
And that's why when you look at mine, it says all these people that are not connected. And I'm like, oh, I really screwed up on that. So, yeah. It was one of those, I was doing it while I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. And I'm so glad that that's being recorded.
I may have missed this, but because I also have an Android phone, so obviously not to use on an app, but can you download it onto your computer?
No, you can use it on an iPad or an iPhone, and that's it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Anything else? All right, I'm going to go finish binging my TV show because I don't work on Fridays.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy Friday. Bye.